So last week we understand and we started the transformations related component, which is a TMAP. So this is the job we have started working on using this component to do the transformations. So TMAP, I told you, I'm just recapping the TMAP again. So whoever not followed or not practiced it, you can start today. So TMAP is a very important and useful component in talent. So if you are doing any job, so without tmap you are not going to do. Okay, because tmap is a like a in between source, like a component which you are reading or which you are going to write in between. We have to place the tmap always. So if it is a straight one-to-one load also, keep in tmap is going to be best practice, and it is going to be very useful further in if any future there is any extension, or if you want to do any operations on the data later. Otherwise at that time, even if you are doing straight just one to one, like without tmap also we loaded, like we have read from the delimiter file and we started loading into the excel, and same we read from excel and try to write it to the positional file. Like that we tried, but that time we didn't use the tmap because we are not trying any kind of validations or performing any operations. So we just one to one mapping. So in that case, if it is a one time load, if you are not going to do any transformation, or you are not going to validate, or you are not going to filter anything, then you can not going to use tmap. But other than that, if it is a daily job, like every day you have to load some data, so from source, it's depends on the table import, like what is the importance of table. So the table is going to be loaded every day, so then you have to use the, obviously you have to place the transformation, not today, maybe after 6 months they'll have some kind of validation, or they want to filter some data, they'll ask you to add, then that time you have to use. So if the case the it is a one time, there is no there are not going to perform any further transformation, that time you don't need to use the tmap. Otherwise, what we have to do, we have to keep the between source and target component, like whatever you are reading from file and loading it to the database, or you are reading from table and you are writing into the file. So whatever in between, you have to place the tmap. You can see that map. So map, it's a name itself, they're saying mapping. So if you see, right, the icon itself, you can see three columns, and here you can see a number of columns. So there is no restriction, so you can create, you can add a number of columns. So whatever need, whatever the logics they'll provide to create these things, and you will have one input, but you can create a number of outputs. So we can have the filters, or you can have the conditions, depends on the requirement. You can create a number of outputs. So tmap, what it is, so you will have one input and you will have a number of outputs. Same way you will have a inputs also, depends on the relationship between the data which you are pulling from source. So you will have a number of inputs also. But what is the difference? The connection is going to be always, main is going to be the one when you are connecting to the tmap. So main is going to pass the data, right? That's what we understand. So again, you will connect a number of inputs also, that all become a lookups. So lookup tables, so those are become a reference tables. So you can match with the actual main table, and you can get the required fields from the other tables also. So you want to get some kind of one or two fields from the lookup table, so you have to match with some field. So that kind of requirement, so that's called a joins. So you want to make joins between two tables, then you have to use the lookups. So otherwise, there is a one input, one source table, or one driving table, so whatever. So you can read the data and you can create a number of outputs in the tmap. So input may be the one, but outputs you are going to create a number of. And coming to right side, we already know the features, but so how you want to filter column. So the filter is a just you have to filter the name, just to, it is a helping helping tool. So just to you want to filter particular column, you can type the first letter, you can see that filtering. Another one is expression editor. So here you can going to write a expressions. So you want to filter the data or you want to check some conditions, there you can write in a expression editor. So express editor is going to help you to filter the data. Main purpose of this one, to filter data on, if you have a 100 rows, based on a condition how many you are going to get. So your condition is going to check on whole 100 records of data, and based on condition whatever satisfies with your filter criteria, those records only you want to get or you want to apply. So you want to apply some criteria on your data and you want to get which are matched with your criteria. So that situations we are going to use the expression editor. And this one is a minimize option. So these three options we have already seen in the last week, and same way you will have in the input side also. Okay, the component will have, the features are going to be the same, but when we are going to use it's, if you want to apply on, if you are applying on the right side, that means you are applying on before loading data. So if you are applying the right side, then it is going to be before loading the data. When you are applying the left side, it is going to be before loading the data. So if you are, it is going to read the data one by one row. So when it is extracting data from source, there itself you are trying to filter. So filter part is not about like filter column is doesn't matter. So you just to filter the column, you want to check is column exist or not. Source side you want to write a condition, just you can use the filter and you can find it. And the expression editor, if you apply expression editor on left side, that means while it is reading itself, it will filter the data. Your right side you apply means it is why before writing data, it will apply the logic. So filter expression is used to apply the business criterias to what the records they want or what records they don't want. You want to you want to filter the data, then you are going to use the filter criteria. And minimize and maximize, these things are going to be the same for left side. And coming to top right, there you will have plus for adding another output, and a, like a cross mark for remove the selected one. So whatever you want to remove, and you want to make this output as a first, this is what order changing. So you want to change the order of table. So the output, you want to change the order, then you have to use the up arrow or down arrow, or we have seen in the component level. There you can find, I'll add one more log row. So now you can see, right? Earlier there is no order. So you want to change the order. So you want to make a priority between these two outputs. Which output you want to execute first? Here you will not see much difference because the data will come row by row, but much difference in the sense it will be finished in within same time, like within fraction of seconds difference. If you have a if you have a less number of records, if you have a millions of data, you will see which will be going first, because the order will be taken as a priority. So order one, here you can see order one, and here you can see order two. So the output will be first, it will go one record is coming, it will go all the records to this way, and then once it is completed, then it will start this way. So if you want to make this one as a order one and you want to change that one, you have to right click and you can see that modify output link orders. So you can shuffle the order between here. So you want to make out one as a first one, you can select out one. You want to make second one as this one. You can same up and down arrows here also you can see. That is what you can see in the in tmap also. So you can find that up arrow down arrow, this is for shuffle the outputs and you make the priority. So whatever you want to first, you can make this order one, or you want to make this one as a second order, you can make it. Now you can see, right, the order is changed to this one as one. So, but position of component is not changed, but priority of order is changed. So the position, it won't take this as a priority. That is our design. So that's where you have to make sure the proper order. So one is this one, right? So you have to make this one as a first, and then second one. That makes in a look wise you can understand. So this is order one, this is order two. So if it is not in order, but data wise you can follow the technically what order it is going. But if your component design is a different, that is up to us. So how you want to make sure the flow is going first this one and second this one. So that purpose we are going to have this up arrow and down arrow. Okay, same we have in the left side also. So mostly left side we won't worry about it, because we are very sure when you are designing a job, you'll see that which is a source table and others are lookup tables. Okay, so now coming to this one, auto map. So auto map we discussed, right? Auto map purpose is if the column names are same between right side and left side, you just click on auto map, it will automatically get the data into map into the auto map. The auto map field itself you can see, right? You can copy this. I'm going to paste here. Uh, So now you need to map, right? So otherwise if you are not mapping, for example, if you see, right, if I am not going to map here anything, so I'm going to run this one. If you are not mapping, then nothing will come. It's just empty, right? So it's then it's not going to get any data into the log row. Whatever you have out one you have connected, right? Log row order one. So log row 5 you don't see any data because you didn't map. So mapper is a purpose of to map the fields from source to. Now you can see, right, the rows are it is showing, but if you go and see there, so now you can see here, right, there is a empty things are there, three empty rows are there. This is other log which is here. Okay, if you deactivate this, you can able to. So you want to deactivate any component, you just right click on it and deactivate. It won't delete the mapping. It just deactivate it. The process of component will be disabled. It will not display or it will not process anything. Now you see, right, the order one you have given. So order one is first one it you are showing in your output. So the first part it will take priority order one. So order one nothing because we didn't map anything. And second one is log row 4, that log row 1, that is have data which you have mapped. So mapping without mapping, the difference is that one, if you are not mapping, it will not able to find, it won't print anything because you are not mapped anything, just a empty, but still you have a output. So it is printing that empty rows, three empty rows. So if you want to map this one, you can click auto map. When auto map going to work, if the field labels or a column names are the same as it is source, if not a case is fine. So case is a lower or upper, left side is lower, right side is upper, that doesn't matter, it will compare the content. It's not worry about a case. But coming to if the label is different, here you see, right, address one. So it will map with, it will try to match with the data any one of the field. If you click on auto map, it will find id, it will check id is there in the right side or not, and then it will map to id. If you go to the name, it will check the name is there or not. If it is a lower case or upper case, doesn't matter. So case it won't worry, it will just check the content. Okay, so now I'm going to click on auto map. Now you see, right, it is automatically mapped. And state code and address one it didn't find in your source, and address one is added. So address one is a new field in outside, it is not able to map. So you want to map something, you can select that field and you can drag, click on your left shift and you can click on, you can drag that one and you can keep here. So same way you want to get state code. So state code also you want to populate just a state. You can just select the state and map it. Just click on this one and you can drag and drop here. So you want to specifically you want to map any field to any field. If the field name like column names are not same what you have in the right side, left side, then you can start mapping your own. Like you want to map, drag and drop that field to right side. So just click on that field and you can just drop. Just keep pressing and shift and you can select that field and you can move that cursor and you can select here. Or if you are not comfortable this one, right, so you have a facility to type the map. So you want to map that particular field, you can select. So here nothing is there, right? So you know the what you want to map. So this is the ID column. You know what you want to map. You want to map the ID. So here you can see, right, the field name you can see. You just click on it, automatically it will come. Otherwise, if not there, you don't want to open here. You can just remove this and you can able to see right side what you want to map. You want to map all all fields you will have here. So you want to map anyone, you can just select. So you want to have map state, right? State code. So state code you want to map. You can see they have a logics we have implemented. So state code. So you can just select. This is a from second output. So you can select that. So you will able to get that easily right side. So or what we can do, right? You can just type that the connection name. So it is a connection name. Row 4 is the connection name. You can type row 4. Just type it and you can click and you can dot control space. You will find the field name. So which field you want to map to this, you can use the connection name dot. You can see the list of field names are available in the source side. So you can select the that one. Like this you can do multiple ways. So one from you can drag and drop the field, or you can select the control space. You can give the connection name. So if you give another wrong connection name, it will not, you will not get anything. So it will show all list, but you will not find which is mapping. If you map to this one, right, for example row2 dot id, for example you manually type this one. So where is the row2? So we don't have row2. So automatically you will get a error. So if I run this job, because row 2 is not here. So in this flow, there is no row 2. Here row 1 and here row 2, but it will look for only this component. Is there any row 2 available or not? So here row 4 is there, not row 2. So it will go and throw unidentified. So it is not able to identify that row 2. So where is the row 2 in your first flow? See, obviously it will say that cannot be resolved or cannot be find, and you can find the details. So you can see that what exactly state. So state cannot be resolved variable. So we have mapped a state field with a row 2. And I'm removing this. And I'm not mapping because I don't have mapper what I have to map. So now that is how you are going to map the fields from source to target. If you have same field names, you no need to map one by one, or you no need to search for field name one by one. You just click on auto map, automatically it will take care the mapping and all. Now now coming to the auto map, we are able to now coming to the middle part. This is what we understand on Thursday. So why we have to use the middle part is a, so now we have a two outputs. So I want to get the same logic for state code for this also. So state code for the same another table I want to load. Not I don't want these things. I want only state code and zip. So I want only address details I want to store in a separate table. I'm removing these things. I want to create a table in a right side with the city, state, and zip code. and state code. I'll remove this address one also. This is specific to customer. This is a like a master table which is a having going to have city, state, zip and state code. So this table I want to create. So what are the fields we have? State, city, zip we already have, and state code as per a logic we have implemented. We have created the logic for to create a state code. So state code, what is the logic? So if the if the address, the customer has address as state name as Andhra Pradesh, then we want to get the state code as AP. And if the state is Telangana, then we want to get the TS. This is a if else condition, like it's kind of if else. This is able to, we are checking the condition. If the condition satisfied, if the condition is true, then we want to get the AP. Otherwise, we want to check other condition which is related to state Telangana, and we want to get the TS. Same way you can write n number of conditions. This is called column level, the column level like performing some transformation. So this is a kind of, we can call it as transformation. So this is what AP Andhra Pradesh is there, and we want to get the AP as state code. So one transformation is asked by the business. So what we are doing, so we are going to have a list of states. We want to prepare the state codes. So each and every state, the related code we are preparing. So AP for Andhra Pradesh and TS for Telangana. If you have n number of things, right? So you can add the same way. You can check the condition first. If the condition is true, question mark means it is checking the condition. It is a true, then populate the AP. If the fail, then go to here and check again another condition. If this condition satisfy, populate this one. Otherwise, empty. So if true, this one, false, this one. So this entire thing will perform as a false. Okay, this, if it is true, then it will perform this one as a true. So it is kind of else if else. So if else, so if it is satisfied, then it will go to the true. If not satisfied, then it will go to the if else. So that is, it is a nothing but a ternary operation in your in our any programming language. And this is a Java syntax. So condition true, then this one. If it is condition false, then perform this one. So this is the transformation. So why we are writing intermediate where, because you want to use a multiple times same logic, then you can write here right side. If you write that logic, what happened, it will applicable for this only. You want to perform same operation again, then you have to perform here also. So to avoid that repeated work, or it is going to be a duplicate work, same state code you want to perform, why we have to perform in each and every output logic. So instead of that, you can write in a middle where, so it will store in a where. So here it is called as a where connection. You can see right here, you can see row 4, and here you can see out 1. Here you can see the connection print data, but here it is a where. So you, if you use the where variable, where expression editor, you can have the whatever actions you are performing, and you can use the n number of outputs. You don't need to write repeat the your work. So I want to get the state code, so simply I can drag and drop this value. So this is going to be a reusable. So here also we are using, and same here also we are using. So where purpose is, you want to perform some operations and you want to use a multiple outputs, then you have to go for where. If you are not performing only for one output, it's not going to repeat for any other output, then you can slightly write on the right side. So the main purpose of this one, if you keep in the middle of the performing of operation or transformation in between, so you can use wherever you want it within the T map. So n number of outputs, wherever you want, you can use it. So state code you are using here, so you can use that. You want to perform some case sensitive, like you want to converting the state, so you can same. So how to call this one? So in general, it is going to be, you can drag and drop. So this is a tool, right? So you can drag and drop, or you want to call, or you are a good at coding, so you want to call this one. So what is the connection name here? So it is a where. So you can type where. and you can get the list of where related variables. So you can find all where that name, then you can use the which field you want, you can just select it. So that will automatically, you can see that yellow color link is associated, like created between the this one and this one. So where purpose is to make your reusable transformations are things you can keep in the middle layer, so you can use wherever you want it. Okay. And coming to transformation and this one, right? So name I want to uppercase. So here are all the predefined classes and related methods which are, you can see in the expression editor. So string related, so we already use the uppercase or a downcase. So this is a two uppercase. This is not a string handling dot class related method. This is a Java method. So if it is a string, the type of the field is a string, then you can control space, you will see the list of methods. So now again, sometimes that help will not come, so you have to close and open again. Okay, that's what I did. So you can find, right, this is a string. So whenever you see, right, name is a string type. You can see my cursor, name is a string type. So string related all the methods, these are all Java related methods. There is a string class, there is a string type data which will be defined in a Java. Then you will find all the operations, all the methods which you can perform using these methods. So instead of you are writing, so you want to convert the type lowercase to uppercase, you have to write the logic. But now you don't need to worry, because already the framework, there are Java people, they have provided already to make the uppercase or lowercase methods. We are just going to use, we are not writing any code, we are a users of method which is available string. So you are a user, so you want to just simply you want to make uppercase, then you can select the uppercase. You want to make the lowercase, you can use that. You are not writing any code, you are using tool, so you are just a user of the method which is available in Talend. You are not writing any logic to perform that case changing, like case conversion from lower to upper, because it is available already. If something is available, we are going to use, right? Why we have to write again? Earlier you have to write that logic, you have to check that case, and you have to use the ASCII code, and you have to convert that. If it is a small a, then make it capital A. That logic already they have performed, so you no need to worry, you are going to use. This is related to Java. So if you want to use this one, there is no much change. Same logic they have implemented, they created their own class, and they have created their own methods names. So uppercase, you can see, right there, it is a two uppercase, but here it is going to be a upcase, just a upcase. So how it is going to be, here it just a, you are going to string dot method name, if it is a Java method. Or you want to use a Talend class and you want to use the Talend method, then you have to double click on the method, so you will get that method syntax. So here you can see, right? So the syntax is this is a class. Okay. Class class name. Okay. Class name dot what method you want to perform, the method name. Method means which is going to do some uh, functionality. So method, they have written the process. So how to convert a upcase, the method means the process, like a process they have written to convert the data into lowercase to uppercase. Upcase is a method which is going to convert your lowercase letters into uppercase. So for that purpose, they prepared a one process. Process is called method. So method is, you can remember simply, the steps to be performed on particular action is going to called as a method. So method is going to help you to repeatedly you can perform that action on any data. So you can perform the steps. So whatever you converting from lowercase to uppercase, the steps are already defined in a method, so that is called a method. So method is a going to perform some action. So process of steps are already done by the people, that is called method. You can simply, and it is going to return. So the value after passing the steps. So whenever you pass the input, so what is the input for this? So input is row one dot name is the input. So always methods will have a it depends. So what you want to return the data, then you have to use the return. So method is going to return. So this method, upcase method, it is going to return a data, which data is having lowercase or a combination of lowercase uppercase whatever, but it will try to do the perform the operation on this name field. So whatever data is going to come from the source, it will apply the method. So method is having some steps to convert the data from lowercase to uppercase. So class name is string handling. So string handling, so because it is a string type means it's a combination of anything. It's going to be a lowercase, or it's going to be a numeric field, whatever. So if you put something in double quotes in Java, so you can write something. If you write this one, this is called a string. So it can try to convert this one as a upcase. Okay, so this is a string. So string data type, and you can use the apply the methods on this. So this one, right, you want to apply upcase, then you have to go to the two uppercase. Same thing you want to perform using the talent or code, then just control this. Okay, you can paste here. So what is the parameter for this uppercase? You have to pass some string. So you have to pass from some string. So on the string, it will apply the process which they have already built the steps to convert the data from lowercase to uppercase. Here it is having uppercase also doesn't matter. It will try to compare the data, and it is G is there, so it will check that G. So G, it will use some logic which have already implemented. So it will try to convert the capital G, and H is already in capital, so you don't worry about to convert about. So it will check each and every character, and it will try to convert that string to uppercase. So here we want to perform on data. It's a hard coded. So this is not about one value. So you want to keep apply the upcase logic on whatever data is coming on the name field. So we are going to have a number of records on a source side. So each and every record we want to perform. So argument. So the whatever you are passing, right, this is a argument. So you have to pass the argument. You can make it simple. It is an input for method. So okay, input, you have to give, you want to get some output means you have to give input, right? Without giving any input, you will not get any output from anything. So if you are writing some logic, or if you are giving something, then your expectation is output is something. So you want to get something, you have to give something. That is where method also, if you the method is expecting some input, then you have to pass it. If the method is not expecting anything, so for this method it is expecting input as an augment. For when you are using a Java method, it is not going to expect anything, because it's just directly applying on this, and you can call that uppercase, then it will automatically convert your data to this one. So because this method is not expecting any input, it is applying directly. That's how they have written the logic. So this method is directly going to apply this one, and this method also applying on the same, but you have to pass the field name to the method. That is how they have written the method. The process they have written, the process is going to expect some argument. So you have to pass the field name. This is going to perform. So this is also performing on same field, but they are not passing any argument. They are taking the input whatever you have, and on top of it you are performing this conversion. So this is not required any argument passing between parentheses. If you pass something, that is going to call as a augment. So for this method there is no augment required. Okay, for this method, so this is also one method. So string handling dot upcase is also one method, and string field name dot two uppercase is also method. So what is the difference? These two methods are going to perform same action, but this method is done by the java 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 class, and it is written so to convert the character, and this one is written by the talent people. So they have defined the class name as string handling and dot uppercase, and uppercase is going to expect the field name. So field name is a augment for this method. So that where you can see whenever you are using a method, you can see that what is expecting. So here you can see, right, it is expecting a string, and here you can see, right, string dot int. So two parameters. So you can read here the help, you can help you to understand what it is expecting from arguments. So generate the particular character string specific number of times. So you want to print the character how many times is there in a string. So then you have to use the string of string name comma int. So you want to pass that n number of times. Same way you can go for this one. So what it is checking, it is going to check the is alpha. So is alpha means it's a alpha. Alpha means it is a character, or it is not, it is a numeric character. So you want to check that condition, then you have to use the is alpha. What it is expecting, it's a input, string input. So string input is a augment. So without passing a string, this is not able to find what data, what characters are there in your string. So string may have numeric and alphanumeric. So still you want to confirm it is having all the characters, or it is having combination of numeric and characters. Then you have to use this method. Okay, so that's how you have to check each and every method what it is expecting, what is the input for this method, and what it is going to verify on your data. So each and every method, these are all string methods. These are the same thing. You can use the directly Java, but Talent people, they made your life simple. They have given their own method namings. So the same things you can perform using Java, but they have people, it is they are they are created this tool, right? So they have to give the as much as friendly environment, so you can easily find the method which is relevant to you. Okay, so now this is how you have to check what method can help you to solve your problem, what method help you to your transformation. So you can go to the string, and if you are using any date related, then you can find a date class and you can start looking for date methods. Okay, you want to get the you want to convert the date to one format to other format. So you want to convert date string to date type. So we'll see that one. Right now we understand about upcase. Okay. Hope you guys able to follow. If you are not following, let me know. I'll repeat it. No issues. Okay. This is very important. Even if you are not able to get, you can ask me, I'll repeat again. Okay, because the same logics and these things, right, it's going to be common. It's not about tmap. The expression you are calling the class and related method is going to be the same for any component. You can use these methods, you can get these methods anywhere in the component, because talent date dot get date we already used in T-Java, you have seen or not. So this is a existing predefined classes and related methods. It's not about only tmap we are going to use these methods and all. You can use wherever you want these classes and related uh, methods, the process, whatever it is going to do, you can use anywhere. But here it is a component. Most of the transformations we are going to perform in tmap. That's why they are giving listing that user friendly of that all the methods and classes and all. If you are using any component, also other component also, example, right, I want to print here date. I already started using that method. So they have that. So they have somewhere, right, we have used that start job. So here I already started using the talent date dot get current date. So I want to get the talent date dot get date, you can use, or you want to do perform string dot some uppercase. Here you can just call that method. So I want to perform. I have defined a string. So this is a string which I have defined here, and I want to perform on this uppercase. So you can directly call here uppercase, or you want to perform separately, and I'm going to create one more string, or you can directly write. So here, so xx, right, then you have to use string handling. string handling method. I don't want to go for Java code. I want to use the Talend method, which is available to convert the lowercase to uppercase. So what method? String handling. So string handling is a class name. You can control space. You can find the available methods. So you can see, right? String handling, string builder. String is a Java. String handling is a talent related class. So the behavior is going to be the same, but talent people have started giving that kind of method. So now you want to get the upcase. So you want to convert the lowercase to upcase. You can start look for where is upcase. So you can see, right, this is also alphabet. So you can see a related methods, after that b related, after c related. So now you can go to the u. So where is the u? You want to convert upcase, you can find, right, upcase. You can just use, and I want to pass here what is the parameter. You can see that list it is showing. So string you have to pass argument as string. So xx is our input for this method. So xx is having hello world. So hello world is going to convert as a uppercase. So this is not about tmap. So all the methods which are provided by talent, you can use anywhere, you can write anywhere. Okay, so whenever we run, we'll see how it is going to convert this. Okay, now coming back to our again expression editor. So expression editor, you can write whatever transformation you want to perform. So all related like applicable methods you can find here. So now I want to add here date field. So when I am created this table, so I want to add one more field called date, created date. So I am creating a new table which is going to have the state related details. So when I'm created, my process is creating this table. So I have to create the audit fields, like in the sense who created, what date it is created. That information I want to keep in this table. So I'm going to created on, and who is created. So it is created by myself. So I have to create by. So who is creating this? So I want to have these details. So created on is my, whenever is this job run, I want to get the current date. So how to get the current date? You have a method date, talent date, talent date, and I want to get the current date. So uh, you can find here there is a current date. Okay, you can get the current date. So it will return the current date. Current date means your system date. Whatever is a system date, whenever you are running the job, the system date it is going to capture and it will populate that. And I want to get the created by. So created by is string. So here also you want to get the date, right? So you have to make sure you have provided the right. So whenever you are using method, right? So what is the return type is important. If the return type is you have given something, then it is returning something, then you are going to get the error. So here you can find that the get current date, what the return type for that get current date. Yeah, here you can see, right? So get current date, and it is going to return the date. So you can find here id underscore date. So that is the return type. So here you can see, right, id underscore string. So get date you are using, then it is going to return as a string. I want a date type. So I want to get the date type data. Then I have to use the date. That's where you can find the id underscore date is going to the date type. If you use this one, it is going to be string type. So it is going to return the string type data. So now I am selected right data type. I want to get the date. So that's where I am using date type, and created by is a string. So string means how you are going to define this process I am creating. So who is creating? I am creating. So I want to store my name. So I want to give the my name in a double quotes. So this is a string. So how you are going to define in a string? So it will understand that it is a string. So type of the created by is a string. So whenever this table is created, I want to capture the who created on who created and what time it is created. These two fields are extra. This is not a source related columns. These are all related to this one. So it's going to help you history of this table. So when it is created and who created this table. So you can find the two two extra columns, right? It is not from your source, so you can add into the output. And same way, this is a new table I am generating. So this is a source data. Like source data has a customer with address, but I want to separate the state and state code, state zip state code information, separate table for our reference purpose in further use. So this is customer is asked make the separation of state or like a state country details from this table to different table and write on to the other table. Okay, so that's where this requirement I am created with only city, state, zip, state code is a my another table I am generating from the source data what customer is provided. So I am using state and zip city fields from the source table, and this is a complete customer information. But I am creating two outputs. One output is do some operations and make the customer data as what performing operation. Another table I am generating only for capture the state and city details. Okay, and here I want to add another fields to historical what is the who created when it is created, these two columns. And the same way, you this is going to be applicable for when you are doing any table load or something, right? They always have these two the fields. So who is going to create it, who is created, and what time is created, because we want to have that kind of history. So we are going to have that fields. Some people use different names, updated date, so and are updated by. So depends. That is whatever they want to use. By intention of these fields are history of data. So who created, what time it is created. So your talent jobs are is going to be a batch process. That means the particular time your data is going to be loaded whenever this job is loaded. So if your job is going to load the data, that means the data is override or data is upsetted, whatever is done by your talent job. That information you can get from this history fields. Okay, this history fields going to tell you who updated on what time. So that's where you are going to here in this table, right? They ask me to create it on and created by, and in this table they ask me to add updated by, updated on. So you want to shuffle these fields, you can use up arrow. So like this extra fields I am adding, and here I am adding extra fields, and here I am splitting the data. I am reading the data from this table and creating a new output. And here I am creating as it is whatever we have. So this is how we are going to perform different kind of operations or transformations, and we can create a number of outputs. Okay, now I'm going to run this job. So what is the issue? So we have used a see again error, you can see. That's where we explained how why to use the same data type, what method you are using, what data type it returning. That is very important. Now you can see, right, there is a type mismatch, cannot convert the date to string. So we have used a updated date in our second flow, and I didn't select the data type as a date. I have leave it as a string only, because by default if you add any field, the field going to have the get the string type. Okay, you can find the string. So but we have used a method called current date, get current date. So what it is returning, get current date is a date type. So type is going to define what type of data it is returning. Here you can see, right, id underscore date. So the date type is it is returning. So but we have used a string. That's where it is not able to like understand, and it is asking what you are doing, like a date to string you are converting. It won't work. So you have to make sure convert, or you want to get the date as a string, then what method you have to use. But for example, this updated date I want to get as a string, then what method is available you can check. So talent date dot control space, you can get all the methods, right? So here you can see, right, string it is going to return. Or you want to check here, once you are familiar with this control space and you are able to identify the methods and all, you can use the control space. You don't need to go here and check the what method is returning, what is the method we have to use for string return and all. So now here you want to get the string type of data and the date field. it's not a date type, then what method we have to use? So you have to check for which is returning a type of string data for a date field. Here you can see. So here you can see, right? Get date. It is expecting a string and it is returning a string. So here you can see what is saying. So the date time which is given in a format, and you can pass the method and it will going to return the type. So I am going to use this method. So this is the default format. You want to change this format, you can change it. Okay. Otherwise, it will give the default format. So this is a CCYY, like a YYY, like 2022 and 02, and date is 14. Okay. So and hours and minutes also. What is your current hours and minutes also? It is going to print it. Okay, but now you run this one. I didn't change the data type. I changed the method which is going to return the type of data as a string for a date. So now it won't throw any error because it is matched with the method and what it is returning. So now we didn't get any error. So now you can go and see, right? So created by, see, right? Updated by Krishna and updated by this one, date with what is the current date, only date, and created by Krishna, like this. You can put this one also table format. Now you can rewrite created on. You can find the column name and it is just a date. We didn't provide the format. So format where it is getting, it will taking from your input component. Here you can see the format. So you want to change the format, you can change, or you want to keep this. This is a default, so it will automatically default format is created, and this is a string. So this is a string. So whatever you define the pattern format, this is a pattern of your date. So pattern means you don't want to see the minutes and hours for this. Generally we have to have this hours and minutes when you are using the historical fields, that you have to use this minutes and hours. So without that you want, you can just change the format, then you will not get the timestamp details, only you will get the date details. See, only date. So we have used the for like a format, and T is our starting component. We did a uppercase, right? So hello world, we'll see that is converted or not. See, hello world is uppercase. We have used that method. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's not about a T map. Some methods and classes wherever you want, whenever you want, you can use any component. Okay, but T map is a more regular going to use a component between the source and target to transform or perform any filter on data. That's where they are given all the features of this expression editor, and you can find all the methods and all. But if you can use these methods anywhere in your job. So if your job is allowing to write any component, you can write it. Here also I am changing the pattern. You can just select this. Okay, you can remove, you can just click on control space, you will get the list of formats. You can just select what format, what type of format they're expecting in the table or output, then you can select that format. Just go here and you can click on the control space, then you'll get the list of formats. And here also we removed the updated, right? I want to keep the timestamp. because we have to have when, what time. So date is fine. If you run the job n number of times, what batch it is run, I have to know, right? So we have to give the hours and minutes also. That will make sense when the job executed. If a day means if your job runs 10 times, so we don't know what time the job is done and what the data is loaded. If you give that particular timestamp, then you will understand what time this job recently ran and all. Okay. Now you can see, right, timestamp here. So timestamp is not there earlier because our format is different default YYY/mmdd, but we made the format as this one, same as what we have in the this one. So you can able to change the format in your tmap, and it will automatically follow that format which you have provided, and you can use these methods anywhere. Okay. So that is a transformation. So why we are using it, this one, to make a reusable for transformations, or you want to perform anything which can be reusable in your output. So we have used a state code here. So those things we are going to perform in a these things. Okay. This is how you have to use the tmap, and you can create n number of outputs. You can perform n number of additional columns. You can keep add, or you can get the different table also. That we are going to see tomorrow. So left side we have a few features, and left side related another one or two things we have to understand. Right side also, with that we are going to cover the tmap. So tomorrow we are going to close the tmap, and we are going to start using any job I am going to create. I'll keep the tmap as a mandatory component in further all the jobs. So that's where you also start practicing using. So till now whatever options we discussed, just this class is almost a Thursday class, and Wednesday whatever features I have explained on tmap. So if you see, right, almost Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I have started using tmap, and I started using like a component related features. I can complete this entire tmap in one class, but I haven't taken that kind of direction, because I want to make you understand, because tmap is going to be your regular life component. Team talent is going to change the different versions also. They're not going to remove the tmap. Without tmap, no components going to be used. So even I don't want to push all the options, all the things in a one day. That's where I'm taking time and parallelly discussing other components also. Okay, that's why keep practicing. And if you are not able to follow, right, you can immediately ask. Don't feel shy. And I'm not going to say I'm repeating things but you still not follow. I don't ask any questions. If you today also, if you are not able to follow, let me know. I'll repeat the same actions tomorrow also. See, one thing, you are very new to this maybe tool, or new to IT, that you what you have to understand, you have to start practicing. So what others are saying, suddenly you cannot get it, because they're experienced people. So myself is selling, I'll say different things, but you will not get it. But if you go other guy, he will tell some other things, you will not get it. But when you start practicing, when you start understanding, you'll get the basic knowledge of it. After that, what others are talking, you are able to follow. So don't worry if you are not following few things which I am talking. Just start practicing. And if you have any doubt, if you are not able to use anything, you can paste as your question in Skype. I'll repeat in the class. Okay. So don't shy, because you are learning, and I have a good time to spend with you. I can extend another 5-10 days. If I plan for 30 days or 40 days, whatever it is, so I can extend for another 5 days or 10 days. It's not going to harm for me, and you guys have to prepare for that. So if you are planning to join something immediately, then it's going to be up to you. But your practice makes you understand everything, because when I am talking first time, you will not follow. That's where I'm keep repeating. And you can remember, right, if you go anywhere, anyone, don't take a one component to explain 4 days or 5 days. I'm not telling I am the person is teaching, but I am trying to make understand everyone. That's where this is a silly things. You can even if you are comfortable with components, right? You feel after you are practicing why 4 days or 5 days he is discussing. Some people will think, okay, so I'm repeating. I heard that some people able to follow. So don't feel shy. If you are not able to follow, if you are not able to understand any option, you can you can directly ask in a call, okay, or you can paste your query on whatever we discussed. You can paste your query. I'll explain in a next class or within that class. If I have a time, I can explain it. Okay, even tmap I have taken a good enough time today to repeat the options and all. Just start practicing. Still you are not comfortable, still you are not able to follow, you can paste tomorrow, because tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'll close this tmap functionality. This is not about a component. You can feel that as a component, but my intention is it's a transformation. So in my section I am keep telling, right, I have started with extracting and loading. So file to file loading, file to file loading, and I have used a different files, and now I started about transformations. So I'll go in a flow. When you are learning etl, I'll go in a flow. I have my strategy to follow, guide you guys. Okay, I am not bothered about how many components I'm teaching, how many components you are going to practice. Maybe if you are experienced in a different tool, or if you are experienced with a different kind of knowledge, you can practice n number of components. I don't know that components, maybe I am not used in my experience. Okay, I don't worry about it. When I'm coming to guiding in a talent and etl, so I'll take care, I'll have that strategy how to explain, how to guide you. Okay, so options, if you are not able to any component, you can keep ask me. You don't feel shy, don't feel anything. Even if you are not comfortable to ask in english, you can ask me in telugu question, but I'll explain in english. Try to understand. If I can explain n number of times. Okay, this is I'm telling, right? I like I heard tirupati is like asked, can you go a little slow or something? So you don't need to worry to ask anything. You can ask repeatedly. I'm telling, right, what is the going to be problem? I have to take another 10 days of section extra. Okay, I am ready to do that. I don't have any issues with that. Okay, so don't feel shy. I'm keep telling. You can ask if you are not able to follow any options. But thing is, first time you will not follow. I'm if it is very key component or option, I'll keep repeat in the next section also. You don't worry about it, but you have to just follow that one. If it is a simple thing, I don't explain much, because when you are practicing, you have to get that one, because every option, everything, we no need to spend that much time, because when you are practicing you will get it why we are using that option. That kind of sense you guys will get it when you are start practicing. If you are not practicing, if you see today's whatever you discussed, if you are not practicing, you can remember what I have discussed, and tomorrow or day after tomorrow you start opening, you will feel where to start, how to start. That thing is going to make you some, I am not following something what he's selling. Okay, that kind of state you don't go. Just practice every day, half an hour, 1 hour, whatever component we are discussing. So you just go through the component options. If you can feel comfortable, or you are not able to follow why that option is using, what is the option use, you can paste that question in skype. Okay, so don't feel or don't stress yourself, because I am here. Whatever I am discussing, I'll repeat n number of times. Okay, so I'll continue on the left side. So with that left side, we are going to complete with the T map. It's in your point of it's a component. It's my point is a transformation. Okay, I am going to say we are good with the transformation, and some more methods we are trying to use tomorrow, and we'll try to use some input how to join with the different tables and all. With that we are good with the transformation. Okay, now 2 minutes I'll take about unique component. We just started. I want to introduce some components also for your knowledge sake, because it's not a part of requirement. I don't want to push everything tmap related on the same day. That's where I have started using T Unicro. Okay, T Unicro I started on Friday, but it's not related to tmap, or it's not related to my job. So it's not related to my process, whatever created. I just want to introduce one more component, because you can start practicing component parallelly. You can understand the T map. That is the intention. I'm doing the in between. I don't want to fully push all the things, all the options, all the related, because you need some time, right, to practice. You cannot practice all the options, all the things, because all the file related, so we have taken and we repeated things are same, but coming to one component has a different option. So you can learn few options one day, then you will get better understanding, because one day you cannot get all the options, you cannot understand. While you are practicing or while you are seeing that repeatedly, then you can understand better than me. Okay, even I feel if you understand better than me later, after practicing multiple times. See, even any app you are using, right? If you are using any new app, if you are WhatsApp, the initial days, you know, right, how simple, like it's just a texting purpose. Now you see repeatedly what many options are there, keep adding. And when you are started practicing WhatsApp, every day you are started using, every second you are going to watch somebody has put the status or somebody has sent a message, you start looking at each and every 5 minutes. So if you are, if you have that phone phobia, like you'll keep in your hand if you are working or if you are eating or whatever, so your phone phone will be in your hand, you'll start keep on watching the WhatsApp, then you know better options than me, because I am also using, but I am not expert. Maybe some of you have very good extended knowledge on WhatsApp. So what to do, so even deleted messages, how to recover these things, right? We are see by practicing and repan you are doing that activity, that will make you perfect and understand better. So nobody will guide you what how to use the apps, and there is no trainings, right? So that's where you have to understand and you have to keep practice. So suddenly if you see something or suddenly something you hear, nobody can we are not a one time things, right? You cannot get it immediately. So start practicing and you will feel something which is not able to, so you are not able to follow the class also, just to go through that component. That's where I'm telling, right? That is what guiding and training. So if you are not able to follow the class also, where to go, how to get the component related information. We know that there is a talent portal, and there is a site which is going to help you component related options. So first start with that. So today's Krishna's class I'm not able to follow, that's fine. Just go to the component and start using yourself, and whatever you understand, and tomorrow you come up with this is the option I tried, I'm not able to follow that. That will help you to make you better. So, and if I have already sharing the videos, right? So if you started getting into that component and you want to repeatedly, you can listen that. It's not a song, you cannot repeatedly listen, but still you want to see what options, what he is trying to explain, you can go through that video and then you can start practice. Okay, that will make you, that will give you confidence, okay. That's where I'm keep telling these things. So this is a, this is the time to, enough time you will get to learn. If you are doing some other job also, you can spend a good time when you are learning. Once you join the job, you may get work, you may not get work. It depends on the project, depends on the company. Okay, so learning is going to happen when you are putting efforts. So this is the time to learn effort. Okay, once you join the job, maybe some people will get the job, they'll not get any project even 4 months or 5 months, or they'll get a project, they don't have any work on talent. Even getting installed the talent, maybe it will take some time, even 15 days or 20 days, like that. So learning time only you can put good efforts, because you are going on experienced, you are going to show you are a experienced people on talent. So just be confident and practice well. That will make you automatically uh, like a learning come, and self learning. So self learning also very important. So because every component we are not going to learn from this section. Okay, so we have to learn some other, and we are, when you are working you are going to do that. Okay, so keep that and keep me notify if you are not able to follow any option. I'll help you to guide again tomorrow also. Okay, I think we are getting time. We'll connect tomorrow. I want to talk about tunic also. I just explained that one, how to select the key field and get that, and I want to explain few more options in here. You don't find anything. I just want to go on deep on this component. Otherwise this is just it will just identify the and this component is a data quality related component. So you want to just you want to check the quality of data. So identifying duplicates also quality, right? So you are doing some analysis, you need to know, right? Duplicate also some problem, right? So for example, some kind of you are buying things, you have, like for example, you are buying a clothes, you have already same color t-shirt. Would you like to buy the same color t-shirt? No, right? So that is going to be a duplicate for you. So that is the same thing. So if you are doing the same, if you are doing some business with data, so if the same data is there, why should I do same operations, same performing actions on the same? So if already I have something same data, then I don't want to do. So this is comes under data quality. So you can find the t unique row on the data quality. So you can find that all data quality. So what are the data qualities you have used? You can say unique row. Okay, that is the one point I have added today on T unique row. So T unique row is a data quality component in integration. So you are learning talent data integration, and what data quality components used, you can say unique row. So unique row is a very costly operation. It depends on if there is no option to identify duplicates, then you go for using the T unique row. Okay, and T unique row is a data quality components. You can interview your people, have you used any data quality components? So you can simply say T unique row. So where you used, you can say we have a table and there is a we have a file or we have a table. So we have a duplicate. So we are writing duplicates into other flow and we are capturing unique values into other flow and applying the some operations on only uniques, and the duplicates we are writing into the some other table, and we are asking customer to confirm these records to be performed or some operations or not. So like that you can say. Okay, with this I'm going to stop today's section. We'll discuss tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can ask.